Why did you... She does like a hand flexing thing with her right hand. Just pondering what would happen if one were to lose a limb. Like Miss Anushka there. That being said, it's a moot point. A fine job reattaching her arm. But I was just wondering, alternatives should that not have come to pass.
Unalloyed gold.
That's all. Taurus nods and writes some stuff down.
In the Bible. She besmirches it.
Good.
Nah, she writes in her normal journal.
What the fuck?
Taurus is absolutely God's respecting amongst everyone here. She probably is one of the most pious people outside of Varric and Lambert. And Kasai.
Yeah, Kasai would fit in there.
She respects her God.
Yeah.
Well, she respects all gods, but
happens.
she prays to her God, whereas Taurus probably prays to multiple gods. And I ain't talking about the true ones.
So did
So, yeah.
everybody end up going away with something? Some item.
Seems like it. As everyone begins like producing sorted items. Alexander,
Yo,
roll me a histoire.
Une histoire?
The histoire with avantage, please.
oh, with advantage. Okay.
Mm. L'avantage pour toi.
Pour toi? Well, he
Second?
gets to roll history because he's a noble. He gets to roll with advantage because he has a bit of a deeper affiliation with such iconography, with this one in specific. As everyone is producing different items and stuff like that, the little souvenirs, mementos, whatever you want to call it from their world, you do spot Violet's. Again, it's like a cloak, but she does brandish it, and you do see a familiar symbol on it.
Oh.
House Exorlet's symbol.
He's like Spider-Man points at it.
There! That one there!
Get him!
That's a symbol of House Exorlet.
Violet just like caught out on that, like, what? Yes, it is. From a knight of House Exorlet. The term knight pings with you because knights don't really exist in the modern day anymore in the world. Also, the colors are wrong. The colors of House Exorlet are not those colors.
It's strange. Knighthood is definitely an antiquated thing, and those colors are off. Did you go to?
She shakes her head. I don't believe I was in our world. But how is House Exorlet's symbol on it if it's not our world? Wait, she looks at Niall, and he just does like a wagging finger without even looking at her. He's like still playing solitaire, like, eh? Hey, you're getting it. All right, good. I didn't need to throw a sunflower seed at you. You would try. He throws one.
It teleports.
She gets sent to hell.
Damn it! It hits her in the back of the head.
So bad.
She turns around. You asshole! That's my name to wear it out.
Everything.
Anyways, she's like gritting her teeth. Okay, so Ian's house symbol is somewhere else. It's not too surprising, is it?
It's immensely surprising.
What is the symbol in particular?
I can draw it. Let's use the colors
Isn't
that
this stuff based off of Destiny. Did she just go to Destiny Land?
Is it like Dragon Age
Land.
rules where like the symbol is or like the insignia is like an actual symbol?
Pushy.
Thank you.
Fuck. No, fuck off. She said no, that's for me.
Yeah, so House Exorlet's symbol is like predominantly looks like a banner, which is, fawn.
Mm-hmm.
There's an eye at the top of it and a clock in the middle of it.
A clock, interesting.
Correct. That's part of their noble charge. Whereas
That's all that matters.
as Devrum's, it doesn't have a time listed. Whereas Devrum's House Devrum is charged with the gun, the sun gun. House Exorla is charged with an artifact related to Archsage Vernier.
Okay.
Something to do with time.
Mhm.
Though no one ever really knows what it is. Changes. So you see that symbol. And it doesn't take an insight roll. Violet is being a bit tight-lipped about it, for whatever reason.
Violet, what? If it wasn't our world, then can you describe it?
Or you're bound to some sort of secrecy.
Roll more persuasions, you two. We'll take an average.
Okay.
Let's see. I can't add that.
One
but I
of you
can
take a
add
bardic.
that. Whoever rolls the worst.
I'll hold up till you roll. Hey,
Nice.
She just got proficiency in that.
hey.
You get better.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll throw Bardic on there. Just see if it's... Holy shit!
Very good. All right,
Nice.
So 6.
Mm-hmm.
So you got it? Okay.
A very solid...
Very good number.
5.5.
Very good number. No, I'm not bound to any secrecy. It's just... I'll try my best. The world itself was normal enough. It seemed a little bit quieter than ours. But the real problems was when nightfall hit. The world, the night, was wreathed in darkness. The only safe haven and shelter were in these lamps on the road. I met two people. One of them gave me this, and she gestures at the cloak.
Did you get the name?
No.
No.
No, I didn't. We were just in so much of a rush that I never stopped to ask.
Well, why'd they give it to you?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't.
Huh. I forget. Does Vi know about the relation to House Exorlet?
Would that have been
She does
prior?
now. She
Okay.
she had prior. Like when she wanted to get quitted, she's like, "Come quit."
Gotcha.
That would have been amongst the context of it.
Well, given familial ties, it's certainly no coincidence that you have that. Perhaps this mystery person saw that. Oh, what's the word? Saw that relation.
Perhaps. I don't know. Can I roll me an insight check, by the way?
Meow.
Don't know
Meow.
secrets.
Mhm.
Oh, right. I need to mark those down.
We're all activating our bullshit finders.
Never mind.
You're a bit predisposed with drugs
Yeah, I guess. Still.
for a cigar, or are you just vibing?
I'm just vibing. My eyes
Very well.
closed, not paying too close attention. Listening
Fair
with
enough.
one ear.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You
Anushka,
gotta-
yeah, these drugs are pretty neato.
I mean, she's never been high before, but it's
Yes,
you know,
now.
Yeah, I can say I can't say
we're
that anymore.
experiencing it.
She's fucking smoking over there.
Got a fucking like roach between her lips, like
Sonny,
yeah.
Sonny.
like a big pair of sunglasses. Like had a hard night last night.
So, to you guys, Anushka doesn't get anything. Again, you're just drunk, or not drunk,
Well,
drugged.
yeah.
Drunk might be better. For
You
the
guys
case.
begin finding some inconsistencies here. No knight that actually is a knight would let their name not be known. Like, if not out of glory, out of courtesy. Right? Like that just stands to logic. She's lying. And to Morgan, with a 34, Amber does like this small little gesture that you catch Violet noticing. It's just a tug at her collar, as if like she was like opening it up, tightening, straightening it rather. Just, something really casual. But it does seem to be some form of signal.
Basically, just don't mention it thing.
But yeah, those of you that beat a 16, she's lying.
Alexander will cross his arms and exit out face.
I don't think Morgan would call it out. I don't think she would call out to the entire group that notion, but she would mimic it.
What, the gesture or the exit out?
The gesture that Amber did. As a,
She
I
squints
caught
at
that,
you.
but I'm not going to call you out on it.
She just squints at you. Fine, fuck it. Alright, bye. Let's just get out with it. What did you see? She opens her mouth, stops. I saw Knight S. Victoria Exorlant. I don't recall if their dad ever mentioned their name. Did he? I don't remember.
What,
you guys remember?
Bullets? Oh, the mother name?
Correct.
I can't recall. I feel like it leans towards yes, though.
Ever mentioned what?
Their mother's name.
There we go then.
Yeah.
Violet met their mom in a different world. And she looks at Amber. The other individual, he was masked the entire time, but let me guess. She just quirks an eyebrow. Were they really sneaky? Yes. Amber nods once, like, okay, I know where this is going.
That's like a high insight for that one.
So you met mom and dad in another world? Yeah. And thank you, by the way. Huh? She produces one of Amber's throwing knives. This is yours, isn't it? When did you steal that off me? I didn't. There was some monster that was about to get me, and this hit it in the face. I thought it was one of your tricks. Was it not?
Can Morgan tell if they both believe they're telling the truth?
On surface level, it definitely seems like they both believe they're telling the truth.
She's a capable liar, but she wouldn't have a reason to lie about this.
If you want to roll insight, roll insight. It's up to you guys, though.
I'm
Could
not
have
gonna
been
put insight
another
on
version of
this.
Amber.
Could have
Perhaps.
been.
Along with the mother and father.
Could have
It's
been.
another. They both believe they're telling the truth. Amber, she actually continues it. I helped him. She points at Sajar.
Yes, she did, and clutch. Thank you.
Don't thank me, thank the other guy.
Yeah, him too.
His name's Clint.
Oh, was he the asshole that was on fire?
He's not that much of an ass. I mean, he still sort of is an asshole, but so am I, so fair enough.
It balances out.
But, again, I helped them. I love you through and through, but that's not mine. She just looks at the blade. But it's the same ones as she gestures at all the knives Amber has on her as those. She just shrugs like, to be fair, I sort of bought these maybe it's a coincidence. Very immediately cuts in.
There's
Things
no
like
such thing as
this.
coincidence.
Things like this, there's no coincidence.
All right, and Lambert helped me out, so maybe it's someone else in their situation that helped.
You didn't see where it came from, did you? Violet shakes her head. No, I was preoccupied. Right. Give it here. Violet hands over to her sister, and Amber immediately begins like spinning the knife, doing like knife tricks with it to adjust the balance of it, and this dexterous flow of activity. It's one of mine. She does like a flip of it, like 30 feet into the air, and catches it between her fingertips. Yeah, it's definitely one of mine.
Or just like a slight like applause, like, oh, actually, quite good.
She rolls her eyes. This is what happens when you specialize in something instead of grabbing every weapon that moves.
I mean, most weapons shouldn't move.
Tell that to the explosives.
Okay, fair. I'll give you that one. Hey, when Morgan was on her aspirant path, she used aura reading and kind of saw that a stone that she threw at one point kind of echoed her aura. Could she try to see if there's a similar thing with Amber and that knife?
No.
No?
It only worked in that world because there was no key in that world, right? So you were a constant source
it was,
of
like,
key.
very isolated. Right.
Yeah. Whereas here, this place is flooding with energy. Your normal world is flooding with energy, so it's way different. Just kill the gods in your world, and then everything will work out. Then
Yeah,
you
easy.
can,
Yeah,
you can start aura reading easy.
Maybe like we
Just
shouldn't
murder
do
them
that
for my
though.
benefit. No. Hear me out. It works out.
No. No.
I'm okay.
Well, then you can
thanks.
practice your necromancy on a god. There you go. You can become super powerful.
Nothing bad has ever happened from resurrecting a dead god. Nothing
Yeah,
bad at all.
It's not. It's quite easy to
Good.
see it,
I'm-
actually.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
quite
crazy.
alright.
Varric will probably end up assassinating you if you try to kill the gods. Anyways,
No
so
hesitation.
Amber confirms, like, this is one of mine, but
But
just
no.
looks over at Marshall Nile. Don't look at me. I don't gotta turn around and know you're looking at me. I know what the silence means. I can feel it. Feel your vagrant eyes digging into the back of my head. It ain't gonna work.
Vagrant.
She rolls her eyes. Don't you roll your eyes at me? Okay, how did you even see that? I didn't. I just felt it.
He heard it.
She throws a knife at him. He snaps his fingers and it gets replaced by sunflower seed.
He catches it. Eats it.
Yeah, he grabs it from
from Silas's mouth. I'm kidding.
it's in his pile of sunflower seed.
Yeah.
He just grabs and holds it back out. I hate that. He goes over and takes it back. I hate that so much. Good. That's the point.
He's a cheating bastard.
I think it's at this point, Alexander with his arms still crossed. I think it's at this point that Morgan, you realize that he's staring at you.
Yeah, she's probably watching this whole thing going down, like a light smile. Probably looks across the group, catches his eyes, keeps going, and then looks back and like, huh? What?
You said Lambert helped you?
Oh, you did catch that. He showed up in a time of need. I didn't show up in my world with any of my gear, and then he brought it.
Abigail did the same for me.
Indeed for Zal. Did anyone
Seems
did anyone else get a very well timed bit of help?
No. Not unless you count another version of, well, someone.
Morgan chuckles at that.
Technically, but not from anyone that we knew.
I got down by some of the trenders, but I heard some singing. Some humming. Womans.
Trendo?
That's kind.
Sorry, that's the name of the lizard people.
Ah,
Trandoshan.
You know what? That's
Yeah, little
still
squat
works. That's how it
bastards like
works.
this tall, flapping around like a drunk dwarf.
Wait, a dwarf can get drunk?
I know, right? It could happen. Just gotta drug him a bit.
So
You know what? I'm not gonna continue that one. Singing.
Hamen, yeah, something like that. Singing Hamen, same shit, right?
I heard that before I woke up.
That seems to be a reoccurring thing with gestures at the place we're in. This whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
No one came to my rescue, but
Don't know.
then again, I didn't need it. You didn't say that part.
Well, it's like, yeah, so you seem like you handled yours mostly fine.
Yep, I don't know. I didn't get any help and I could have certainly used some. Looks down at the sling.
Yeah, let me know. It's been like 30 minutes at this point, so the anesthesia is wearing off.
Yeah, she's kind of like, getting the sleepy dust out of her eyes or something.
Well, not to be argumentative, Anushka, but you won. So you didn't need help.
Suppose. Thought I was dead though for a hot minute. Well, still, like you said, I won.
I don't think that would have been the case for me. I think I was about to lose my head in a more literal way.
Yeah, that might not be so easy to reattach.
Sure
So,
would have happened if I wasn't aided.
so what is the point of all this? Is it concern? Is it concern, Alessander?
He just slowly shakes his head and says, "No, just, I guess, just curiosity."
Varric looks at Marshall now. Marshall, yeah. I'm sure you have an idea of what happened to all of us. A little bit. Why are you asking? The information I know. Oh! Yeah, what about it? Is it safe to share? He actually finally turns around from his solitaire game. I mean, you know it, so that's probably pretty good.
Probably pretty.
I mean, sure, say it. Let's find out what happens. I'd rather
Fucking
not,
wing it.
unless we know.
I don't think I'm gonna get solid
Yeah.
answer from him.
Well, I'm sorry to give a solid answer. I don't know how good you guys are. So, I don't know, probably about 66-33. Good to bad.
Right, similar
Oh.
to at the party, that conversation.
Something like that.
Hmm.
Very well done.
Barker takes a seat before he talks.
The world I went to, the person I spoke with, was caught in a similar out of time way. He gestures around to the world. He and I discussed the matters rather extensively, not necessarily pertaining to the dreamy city and the Nightmare Imperium, but the timeless nature of things, one's own mortal nature and transcending it. I can't help but think back on those conversations when I'm hearing all this. He gestures at, Morgan and all you lot that got affected by otherworldly influence. It is concern, or curiosity, rather, that is striking you, Alessander. I think there's merit in such. But I think the intent, curiosity versus a want for power, that is a dividing line. Amber and Kasai look at each other, like exit out faces.
I think Alexander kind of he looks up a bit, kind of like reminiscing.
when Varric mentions a want for power. I think after a moment he nods and he says, want for power. That's a trap, wouldn't you say?
In what regard?
I had a choice right before I left that world I was sent to. Between claiming an Archon spear, a demigod's spear, or leaving it in the world that needed it needed it the most. Pharaohs and I, the Archon in question, I guess he came to my aid.
Always looks at you immediately. All wide-eyed.
He and I both. He does like a double take at Tullus. What?
I met Pharos. He showed up for a moment. I recognized him. He was behind you when we were at the party, but I wasn't sure. You weren't aware of him at the party. I didn't think that you met him. He saved my life.
I think absentmindedly, Alexandros looks over at one of those statues. Not absentmindedly, but
Purposely.
purposely. He looks over at one of those statues. And I look back, god damn it, no. And
Now you're getting into it.
he squints for a moment before you guys see Alessander give probably the most aggressive thumbs up anyone has ever given.
It's a strong thumbs up, a deep sense of approval.
Thumbs up with a Nicolas Cage stare.
No words needed.
Then his hand drops. His hands go to his belt, and he says, well, regardless, that is yet another person that was assisted by someone not of that world. It's funny. I thought when we went down our respective paths, we would be so isolated, so far from each other. And yet, in a roundabout way, we've never been closer. At least, not to those who ain't here anymore.
Those either nearby Martian Isle can see him sort of quietly chuckle to himself, or silently rather chuckle to himself, as Alessander says all that. You just sort of see the heaving motion of someone laughing.
I have advantage on side-based perception.
It's up
So
to
I
you.
noticed that.
It's up to you if you guys see him or not. That's all you. I don't know exactly where you guys are in the room, so.
Sure, I was talking to him earlier. It's like, so what's so funny?
Nothing.
Liar.
Just find it amusing.
So
Oh,
what's
the virtue
amazing?
you find wherever you look. Eh? It's almost like you're hunting for something to be happy about.
I think the presence of stuff to be upset about means that you should all the more cherish things worth being happy about. I won't say I'm hunting for it, that's just the way it is. We had help from our friends. That brings me joy.
He shrugs. Fair enough. That's You're mine to have. Have. Air quotes.
The fuck's your problem, bro? No. Can I insight check him? What is he getting at? What's he
Sure.
saying here?
Sure, one side. Oh, 25,
Jesus, that's
okay.
fucking good.
Oh, I fat fingered.
Wait,
Fat
what?
fingered.
I fat fingered. Gets 1,035.
So how do I do?
Marshall now, the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Huh?
If you roll a 25 or below, you might get some insight on him, but oh well. Oh well. He just looks at you. Just the ravings of a madman. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
You keep staring at him. You wouldn't get it. And again, like I was telling Morgan, that's for the best. You guys are doing your stuff, and I got my stuff. I don't want your stuff. You don't want my stuff. That's just how it is. Keep it that way. So, he claps his hands together, and all the cards and sunflower seeds disappear. You guys ready to get going? Oh, if you guys want, we could take a quick detour into the Nightmare Imperium. Get a look at the sights.
I'm alright.
I'm quite
Don't
hard.
pass.
I'm good. I'm fine
Tempting,
going home. Thank you very
but
much.
also, I don't know how long we've been gone. I don't need it to be too long.
Right. I would very much like to go on a bed that's not a gurney, please.
You got a couch.
And it is a wonderful couch, please assure me. Oh,
If you want, I could
But
swap it out with a bed of spikes.
she just kind of like pauses, looks just like, I'm
It's
not.
just a dick move.
No.
Those can actually be good for you if the spikes are really, really close together, and there's a lot of them.
Yes, it's like 1,000 like little mosquitoes
Sajar?
needles or something.
I
What?
am. No. Just. I'm sure you mean well, but no.
Did Varric say the thing he
Fair
was
enough.
gonna say, or was the thing he was gonna say just the seeking of knowledge thing?
He said what he said. So, stay or go?
Go.
Go. Please.
Go.
Please.
I think we're done here.
That's me as crash asking you guys, not Marshall. I know he has the same voice as me, but
Basically,
I'm good.
he could also ask us the exact same question. It would be just
Yeah.
similar.
I think Anushka is all aspiring to doubt.
The jar will rouse Isadora gently. Easy.
she does not wake up. She is just that exhausted.
Coma number
just-
2. Like
She's not magically comatose. She's just
No, she's
hot.
not magically comatose. She's physically exhausted.
Well, I'll pick her up, princess carrier to the exit. Alright, where are we going?
Exit.
God, he doesn't even need hand. There's a brazier.
Exit.
What
metaphorical
nonsense do you
exit.
speak of?
Do we have to jump
Yeah.
in the fire or something?
You know, that sounds really funny. We could make it that.
I've had enough fire today. I would prefer not to jump into more of
I
it.
don't
You're the
need
one that
any
brought
heat.
it up.
That's not an accident. There's a
Morgan,
fire
I
thing.
swear.
So
Ah.
close-minded. There's a world out there, you know, where you got to jump into a fireplace, and throw dirt on the ground, and it teleports you. Can you believe that dumb shit?
My God.
Wait, what's the reference to? What's the reference to? What's the reference
Fucking Harry Potter or some shit.
to? Oh, okay.
Diagonally, they say out there. Idiots. Cool accents, though.
Mhm.
All right,
Diagonal
you guys ready to go? All right,
Diagonal.
it's pretty simple. Okay,
Diagonal.
it's pretty simple.
Go to sleep.
All you gotta do, okay? Go looking at me.
Uh-huh.
Well, except her. Points at Isadora, but she gets a pass. She's been here longer than all of you put together,
Mhm.
or not at all. Thinks about it. Never mind. All right,
Relevant.
so just
relevant.
focus on me. He walks out to like the edge of the room. Focus on me. All you guys need to do, turns on his heel, is wake up. That's more or less what happens.
Wake up, huh?
That's more or less what happens. You wake up as he says that, and the world immediately shatters around you. You guys come to in your beds, weirdly enough.
In the bathroom.
That'd be the weirdest one.
We're
Oh my
all on top
God.
of each other.
You guys are in your beds.
Resource-wise, would we have gotten a long rest?
You've been resting this whole time, so of course.
Yeah.
Of course, you silly goofus.
Does that mean my health's back to normal?
-4, but yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My spell slots.
So be
No, by 77 HP.
Shit. Oh. What should we do about the portent ring? Should I just roll?
Sure.
Or place it?
the
Okay.
Sure.
edge of a long rest, effectively.
D20. Okay.
Oh shit! You can fuck someone's day up.
That could be handy. Keeps you alive. Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think
you
Sir
guys
George-
come to in the upper barracks area of House Treyarn. Ah, but what about time, Crash? You might be asking. Time for a coin flip event.
What
Runs
year
over
is
the fucking
it?
nearest window.
We're over the calendar.
Tails never
quickly.
fails.
Someone-
Tails never fails.
Someone designate me a champion.
I mean, sounds like me Dot was excited for calling it.
All right, fair enough. Need not.
Yeah.
Heads or tails?
You know what I have to say. Tails never
Do I?
fails.
Okay.
Heads or
Okay.
tails? You want to say heads?
Okay.
Tails.
Now designate someone else. That's not need not.
Silas been looking for some tail.
Sounds
God
got
damn
some
it.
tail. Speaking of something to
Also,
ask you later,
we
Crash.
we lost Alan.
Huh?
Oh wait, my bad. I didn't scroll down. I was like, it's really groove rat. I was looking for Wispo, and I was like, where is he?
I was like, when did he leave? What?
I know. I'm not gonna lie. There's a group
What
of
you mean?
people
He was just
as
talking.
well.
He's been quiet for
We
like
lost
2
Wispo.
minutes, but
We lost Wispo, the developer cat. God damn. What happens when you change your goddamn names?
You
I
got
was like,
patched out.
you got patched out. All right. Anyways. Yeah. Designate someone to roll.